Visiting Winterton-On-Sea back in 1722, the writer Daniel Defoe noted that many of the village houses were constructed from the timbers of wrecked ships. This part of the Norfolk coast has long been hazardous for ships because of its shifting sandbanks, and wrecking was a common pursuit in this region in the past. Today, thanks to its location at little more than sea level, the village is highly vulnerable to flooding and sea erosion, and a flood siren system has been installed. Holy Trinity and All Saints Church, like many churches along the Norfolk coast, has a tall perpendicular tower that stands as a beacon to those out to sea. However, despite local rumour that it is a herring and a half higher, the tower is actually 35 feet shorter than that of Cromer's St Peter and St Paul Church. The fishing heritage of Winterton is apparent as soon as we walk through the door of Holy Trinity and All Saints Church. Nets from one of the last fishing boats that made a living from the beach hang from the walls, and at the back of the church is Fisherman's Corner with a crucifix carved from ship's timbers. Reverend Poulter was a fit, athletic man and a good swimmer. He used to assist with the operation of the life-saving apparatus in the village. He also used to teach the boys of the village to swim. He was usually a healthy man, but in 1932 he had seen a specialist as he had been feeling rather run down, perhaps due to overwork. The children of the village used to spend a lot of time down on the beach in the summer. The sea at Winterton has a treacherous current, and there are holes on the sea bottom. On the afternoon of the 7th of July 1932, a group of 20 boys were bathing and swimming, and Douglas George, aged 10, was about 40 yards out in shoulder-high water and suddenly went under twice as he appeared to slip into one of the holes. Reverend Poulter swam out to the boy and brought him to shallow water, and the boy walked safely back to the beach. David Hill, aged 12 and the only boy still in the sea, then saw that Reverend Poulter was lying face down in the water 20 yards from shore. He went to him and tried to raise his head out of the water. On hearing David cry for help, Edward Simmons, aged 13, also went out to him, and they dragged him back to shore. Froth was coming out of his mouth and he showed no sign of movement. His face was blue and his eyes bloodshot. The boys called out for help. A fisherman and the Coast Guard tried to revive him unsuccessfully. When Dr. Rochford arrived from Martham, all he could do was pronounce him dead. The doctor presumed that Reverend Poulter had overtaxed himself in swimming out to the boy, and in doing so became exhausted and fell into the water and drowned. The coroner recorded a verdict of death by the misadventure of drowning, owing to the exhaustion caused by his efforts in saving Douglas George. It was, he concluded, a gallant end to a brave man's life. This coastal route, beginning and ending in the village of Winterton-On-Sea, takes in a variety of landscapes along the way. Most impressive of all is the large area of sand dunes immediately north of the village, a nature reserve with several rare and distinctive species. Elsewhere the route follows farm tracks through woodland and quiet country roads with virtually no traffic. Winterton Dunes National Nature Reserve is unusual in that its dunes support acidic plant life. This factor means that the ecology here is similar to that of dune systems along the Baltic coast. Natterjack toads breed here, and the pools support both common and great crested newts, as well as several species of dragonfly. In addition to numerous species of moth and butterfly, over 170 species of bird have been recorded here, and wintering marsh harriers are frequently seen, as are nightjars in summer. Adders are also common.